Today's ride is another one of my archive films. Took it earlier this year, around about 10th of August. I actually was out all day and got quite a lot of film out of that day. It was one of the hottest days of the year, probably around 25 degrees C. And this route is another cracker. So here we are on Google Maps. Once again, you can see that triangle of Perth, Dundee and Forfar, which was covered by the series of the Sidlaw Hills. This time we're going a little bit more north into the Glens. A little bit more of a drive, a bit more of a ride. You can see some of the more famous names that you may or may not know of. It's Blair Athol, Pitlochry, Dunkeld. That's the A9 that's going up there towards Inverness. And this is the Cairngorm National Park. So we're right on the edge of the Cairngorm National Park for this run. Let's have a zoom in and let's have a look at this. So there we are. It says a 17-minute ride, which is a bit more. Up to the left here is Backwater Dam. That's where Dundee gets all its water from. Built many years ago. I've got a video on that I might release at some point. So we're starting down here in the east and we're going to do a western run all along back down onto this junction here. Up here you get Balintore Castle. And it's a bit difficult to see the elevation this time, but it's quite high. I've got some drone shots in this one as well, which is pretty good. And it's a terrific bike ride. Anyway, less said about the map. Let's go and have a look at the video. I hope you enjoy. So here we are on my Honda NC750X. It's a glorious, glorious day. The roads were very, very quiet. This is an absolute hidden gem of a road for bike riding. My type of bike riding, full of beautiful scenery, pretty breathtaking, and it's on my doorstep. Lots of little residential properties, some farm all around. You'll see as we come around, you'll see the odd houses here and there. And once again, I can only imagine what this is like in the winter time. The farmers obviously cleared the roads, or they must do, to allow them to do their business. I hope everyone's had a great Christmas and New Year, whatever it is that you do. I had a wonderful Christmas. Don't really bother about New Year. Yeah, I know, hard to tell from a Scotsman, but nah, too old for that now. Look at that house up on the hill. Just up in the centre, just higher up. That'll be a challenge in the winter time. I can only imagine what it's like just now. Probably covered in snow. So I'm going to stop at this little stream, and you'll see, particularly if you look at the drone shots I've got in this video, a little stream runs all the way down to the other end of the ride. So I think that's the road that takes you up to the house there on the right hand side. And here we are turning into the Glen, and it starts to get pretty steep pretty quick on either side. This is once again more or less a single track paved road. A couple of years ago I was riding on this road, and I think I've got it on video somewhere, but goodness knows where. And I was running along and a Range Rover came teeming down this road, and did they slow down? Did they blinking heck? I was bawling and shouting at them. Two cameras today. The main one, which is on the front of the bike, which is the DJI Action, the original one, And the one on my helmet is the Drift XL Pro. Really nice camera. No stabilisation switched on with the Pro. I've noticed that when you turn the stabilisation on, the field of view gets really narrow, so I get decent results without it. What a day it was that day. So blinking hot. Later on in the ride, which is another video, I stop at Backwater Dam and have my lunch there. It was absolutely terrific. So hot. It's really difficult to get the scale of the picture you're seeing there, so you can see that there's the trees on the left are full grown. I don't know, they're probably about 20-30 feet, and yet they look tiny. The hill on the right hand side is just massive. I've seen guys, farm workers on quad bikes up there, going to tend the sheep or whatever it is that they sometimes have. Take food stock and things like that. You'll see when I stop, another thing to look out for, you'll see the tracks that the quad bikes go on. The whole idea of this series of videos is to really just let you see where I ride. Scotland's well advertised, but mainly the west, not so much on the east. So here we are, we're about to stop here, and you're going to get some drone footage. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little bit of drone footage. It was a beautiful day. It was quite windy. I think you saw at the end of the video that panned down. Just see how breezy it was. But it was an Autel. It's an Autel Nano Plus. A terrific little video. Little camera drone. Expensive, but well worth the money. So here we are. We're back on the road again. The road's condition's okay, but there's an awful lot of grit on it. With the Sidlaw files, I've actually got an awful lot of new subscribers, and I thank everyone for that. I hope you've enjoyed the videos. Clearly a lot of like-minded people want to just see the rounds and the routes, and that's what you're probably going to get from this channel. And of course, thanks to everyone who's commented, those few that we chat to all the time. Many thanks, fellas. So here we go, we're coming up to some houses. Now there's kids playing in the garden and the road gets a bit gritty and they start waving and saying hi, and of course I miss them. There they go, they're just in front of you, they're on the right. And I missed them, I didn't manage to give them a wave back. But I know this bit of the road is really a bit messy. When I was out and about that day, there was lots and lots of motorbikes. Guys and gals all over the place, but not one single one on this route. That's why it's such a hidden gem. People don't tend to come up this road because it's a road to nowhere really, unless you're going to go to some of the properties, or like myself, just out for a great ride on the bike. There we go, we finally see a car. And thankfully they slow down this time. Well done. A little bit change of scenery at this point. Opens up a bit. And another car. Once again, they do the right thing, they slow down and all get past safely. Now there's a place down here, it's on the right hand side. I think I'll have a look at it, can't remember. Balintore Castle. I think you can actually book to stay there. I think it does country sports and the like. Do a bit of hill walking from there, maybe even fishing perhaps, I don't know. But a nice looking place. The Cairngorm National Park, that mountain ranges are on the right hand side and it stretches all the way up, many miles up through Scotland. And you can just get a glimpse of the start of those hills. On future videos, I'll probably do a bit of narration, do a bit of the vlogging type thing as I ride, rather than doing voiceovers. Ah, here's the gates. I think this is the gates to the Balintore castle. It takes you up on the right hand side there, and just there on the hill on the right you can probably just make out the castle itself. I believe it was not occupied for a while, and then someone bought it over and renovated it, and it's now, like I say, some kind of accommodation that you can book. It's a bit of a hotel. I don't think it's a hotel, whatever it is. You can certainly stay there. There we are. I'm getting a good look at it now. In the past, when I went by the building, people have been sitting outside the front sunbathing. What a marvellous view. Of course, the rolling hills in front of us with all the heather in full bloom. Beautiful purple. This set of buildings, a big house on the left hand side, and we're coming up, there's a couple of barns, sheds on the right hand side. I've passed here, there must be someone that renovates old cars, because there's been a variety of vehicles in there, old British cars. At the moment there's some army vehicles that were in it when I passed this time. I'm pulling over just now because my phone has been beeping like Goodo, so I just check the watch for the messages and usual rubbish that comes through, so not needed. There we go, you get a view of the army vehicles on the right there. And off we go. You'll get to see an Austin 1800, I think it is, or a Land Crab, I don't know which one, but they're very similar cars just on the left. One that's clearly getting renovated. So we're coming down, we're about to cross part of that stream. That was at the other end. Nice little tight bend full of gravel, just the stuff you'll love. Now when we get over the bridge, there's a road right in front of us that takes us off to the right, and it takes us up into those hills on the right hand side. There we go, you can see the road there. Now it's indicated as a farm, but on Google it looks like you can go up there, but it's a Google like lad on a push bike, so I'm not sure I'm allowed to take the motorbike up very far up there, but I think it would be glorious. I might do some investigations and see if I can get up there. So they are, we've come down, we're still good to see some terrific views. I'm scouting for places to stop and just have a look, but yeah, not going to stop there. Now if you look to the right, you'll see there's a whole bunch of trees down. We've had, past year or so, pretty bad storms that took an awful lot of trees down, and you can just see how it's flattened it all, and it's signs of that all over this area. Mother Nature flexing her muscles, eh? Yep, you can see signs of fallen trees on both sides of the road here. This video is quite a bit longer than the ones that I've been putting out, but I really wanted to put this one out as a whole. On a sunny day like this, it's just glorious. This is our last car that we see on this particular video. I remember that day I'd been absolutely sweating. We're not used to having nice weather up in my part of the world, and so when it's in the 20s and you've got all your motorbike kit on, yeah, you can imagine. However, we're getting close to the end of this particular video. Hopefully you've enjoyed. It's another one of my favourite rides. I've got many, of course. I say that about just about every video, don't I? This is a favourite ride of mine. It's because it is. It's just so many good ones. There's nothing better. And if you look at the traffic, I've had 3 cars on a I don't know, 7 or 8 mile route. Not a single motorcycle, no cyclist, no nothing. A couple of kids playing at the side of the road, and you're getting the place to yourself. Absolutely glorious. And that's why if you go looking for little adventures, you find little hidden gems, and that's what this is. This is a hidden gem, and hopefully a few motorbikers in my part of the world now get to know about this and go and sample it for themselves. I've actually got many gigabytes of this type of stuff. Not always such a sunny day, right enough, but for those rides that I think of maybe of interest, I might do a voiceover and just drip feed them over the next few months. When I get home at night, and especially after this one, I was twittering away to my wife, but she was like, oh yeah, enjoy. Glad you enjoyed. Yes. Couldn't appreciate what fun it was. And for me, I mean, I worked 40 odd years until I gave it up a couple of years ago. This is everything and more that I could have wished for during my retirement. It's great fun. Highly recommended. We're heading down towards the main road, so my name's Alex. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Until the next time, I'll let you enjoy the last of this ride, and I'll say cheerio.